Hello, my name is Raymond Nugent. Um, this is my first video on YouTube, first of many that I'm going to put up. I'm trying to start a channel, and so I'm just asking guys to bear with me because it's a learning process for me. Okay. Um, the subject that I'm going to talk about today is chronic pain. Um, I'm talking about the subject because I've lived it for over 14 years. And it's a tremendous fight, you know, because it could take you to some dark places in your life that you would never want to be. And it could also ruin your entire life or your family's life, where, you guys are, separated or whatever the case may be, or, because it's hard to deal with. Chronic pain is not something easy to deal with, you know. And I learned that the hard way because I thought I could overcome. On July 28th, 2006, at 10:46 in the morning, a.m. to be exact, I was in a car accident. And my life had changed since that day. Oh, yeah. Not for the better. I mean, for some serious stuff that I had to go through. I mean, I'll fill you in, my videos as I go along. Um, yeah, so chronic pain is something that millions of Americans are going through. And it's a big alteration on your life, because you have to learn to readjust, learn how to get back into society, and just learn how to get along with folks and everyone because it puts you in different moods at different times. And you just have to be a little bit more careful, how you talk to people and how you relate to things because they might not understand you because on the outer part of you, they see where things look okay. So they're not really thinking about, what you're going through because they just forget about it's just a mind block, when people see you and you look okay at first, first sight, what I mean, until we explain to them. Yeah. So I've been living this inner demon and you know, I really didn't let, it took over my life. I said to myself, I have to find some way to survive, find some way to live, And my first surgery I had was with Dr. Imposido at Hackensack Hospital, New Jersey. Very good surgeon, very good man. But after the surgery, I went through hell, you know, and I think about a week after that, I went to his office for a post-op where he took the bandages off and whatever, and I try to explain to him how I feel that I'm in more pain than ever. And as God be my witness, I was just in so much pain. I just wanted to die. Seriously, I just wanted to die. You know, and he looked at me and he said to me, "That's highly unlikely." You know, and then I kind of like turned around. I looked at him again and I'm like, "What did you say?" And he said, "Nothing. I understand." Then he said to me, "Raymond, I have something to tell you." And I said, "Go ahead, sir." He said to me, "I really don't know how you're not in a wheelchair. You're supposed to be in a wheelchair." And tears just came down both my eyes because, I mean, I was just like shocked, you know? I was young and healthy. Yeah, it hit me hard. So, tears in my eyes. I drove my car home, eyes full of tears while I'm in pain, while I'm going through the motions of what he told me. Um, and then he said to me that he almost had to do a fusion, but when he thought of my age, you know, he thought the laminectomy would be the best bet, you know, and that's what with surgery, trial and errors. I do understand that now, you know. So when he did that surgery on me, it didn't really help. He put me more pain than anything else. So anyway, he recommended me to see another surgeon, Dr. Vingan. And Dr. Vingan assured me that, I need some spinal fusions. You know, bear in mind, I didn't even know what that was, you know. But anyway, I said, okay, I said, what's the, just give me the specs on it, and he laid out for me in his office. And I was walking out of his office trembling, because I said to myself, he's going to put what inside of me? Oh, yeah. For that night when I went home, I didn't even think I slept, after my visit with Dr. Vingan. But, I went along. He did the first fusion where he had to put, like, some kind of, it's like about a foot long from the tip of from the tip of my spine all the way up. He fused it. And, we waited for months. We did a lot of physical therapy, all we could do. But unfortunately, that one didn't work either. And I'm just like, my bad luck. And for a year, I went through hell. Physical therapy, pain, constantly. I mean, that put me into a very, very dark place, you know. And I remember they had set up a visit for me with Dr. Imposito, and I went to his office, and I was in so much pain because I was supposed to do a nerve conductor study, and which is an EMG, same, So anyway, while I was laying there on the table, I said to him, I said, Dr. Imposito, the way my feet hurt, when I go home, I'm going to blow them off with a shotgun. And he looked at me, and from that day, he recommended to see a psychologist, right? That was one of the best things that ever happened throughout the whole, the whole entire years of me trying to rehabilitate and do things better. The psychologist helped me mentally so much that I was able to carry on and live, somewhat okay, because she helped me to understood my body and what's going on with me. Because bear in mind, the doctors, they'll talk to you, yes, but for how long, So she educated me, and I also educated myself as well, by looking stuff up just like anybody else, and just trying to find some way to alleviate the pain, you know. Um, After the last fusion, I was still in bad shape, pain wise. And one of my visits with Dr. Vingan, he said to me that, Raymond, the only thing that's really going to help you if you move to a warmer climate, because I was living in a cold climate at the time. I mean, I have my house, my mortgage, my job, my wife, my kids, and big decision to make. You know what I mean? It took a while, but eventually, we relocated, sold our home. Um, I even had to sell my bike that I used to ride. My wife, she had bought me a beautiful bike, one of them Lance Armstrong Tour de France, because I was also into cycling. And man, I had to give that up. That was hard, you know. Um, but throughout the ordeal, I just keep saying to myself, I'm not giving up because, ever since I knew myself, I was always optimistic, always. And it helped me to get ahead in life. So I said to myself, I am not giving up. No matter how this pain hit me, I am not giving up, because I was told, that these kind of pain could put people in deep, deep, dark places. And I've been there, You know what I'm saying? I've been there more than once, and I just, wiggle my way out of it somehow. I really can't can't explain. Maybe sometime it'll come back to me, but I wiggle my way out of it. One thing I learned, doing a little bit of walking, it'll help to alleviate some of the pain. It might help for some people, but might not help for others. Just like the epidurals, they didn't really help me that much, you know. But I heard they help others, so that's great, you know. Yeah, so basically, I'm just gonna try to explain to you guys what I went through within that 14 and a half years, and how it helped me to where I'm at today. Because today I'm in a better place mentally, somewhat physically, but I still can't do much because, like, I have those reminders constantly, of the chronic pain. You get up out of bed to walk to the bathroom, you feel it. You try to make something to eat, you feel it. Everything you do, you sit in your car, it's just everything. But you know what? My mom always say to me when I was young, mind over matter, mind over matter, you know, and I just suck it up and move on with my life, you know. It wasn't gravy. It wasn't bittersweet because it was just all bitterness, you know. I had to learn different ways of survival. Just like the COVID-19 right now, where we have to learn how to survive in this new genre because now we have this crazy pandemic over the world. About 80 billion people on this world has been affected somehow, you know. In this country, yes, we paid an enormous price, when it comes on to the casualties and also the sickness. But the change is you see the way it is. It's very hard to make sure. It's like we're not like a light switch, so you can't just switch it and make a change. It's very hard, you know, and it was very difficult for me. You know what I mean? So I'm going to explain in a few videos how I made some changes and the way they helped me to be where I'm at today. I thank you for your support, and may God bless you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.